What a Catch, Part 37, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. If you have not heard the previous 36 parts of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below in support of more fanfiction. Adrien was heated. He was genuinely upset, ready to get in a fight, heated as he walked to his next appointment. What Lila said had gotten under his skin, and he couldn't regain his focus. She knew how to push his buttons almost as well as she knew his weaknesses. He sat himself down at a table, too flustered to wait for a hostess to escort him, and sighed as a server placed a menu in front of him and asked if she could get anything for him. "Here are 100 euros, he sighed, pulling out a bill from his wallet. "When a young lady with orange hair gets here, bring out 2 tropical parfaits and leave us alone until we leave." "Okay," the server smiled, taking the money from him. "Actually, one more thing," he said. "Yes, sir?" "Bring me an American lemonade, please." "The juice, not the carbonated beverage?" "Correct. Thank you. Extra sugar on the side." He pulled out his phone as the server walked away, hoping he hadn't come off as passive-aggressive. He needed to work on not being too cold to others while he was upset. "I've got a table," he typed. "See you soon?" He closed his eyes and leaned back in his chair, nodding his head as the server set down his drink, but refusing to open his eyes. Marinette would have liked this place, and she would have loved to meet Sabrina again. She had confided in Cat Noir a few years back that she felt sorry for not investing more time in developing a friendship with Sabrina. Some events in her life just seemed to get in the way. Come to think of it, what were her hobbies back then? She never seemed to have enough time. Not that he was one to talk. It just seemed like whenever he got stressed, she did too, and he could only talk to her on his escapades as Cat Noir. Maybe this was his chance to ask her what she did in her spare moments of time. "Hello, Adrien!" He looked up to see Sabrina sliding in the seat across from him and chuckled to himself as their server hurried over with parfaits in hand. "Hey there! It's been a while," he smiled. "So what's up? What's going on?" Sabrina asked, giving a thumbs up as the server disappeared into the kitchen. "Are you still friends with Chloe?" "Chloe? I haven't seen her in years, to be honest. The last time we met up was 2 years ago?" "Really? Oh, wow, okay." "Why?" It's nothing. Never mind. There was something I needed to ask her, but it's kind of embarrassing, so I wanted to check in with one of her friends to make sure I'm right." "Well, what is it? I may have a new best friend now, but I'm still happy to sell her out. She's the one who double-crossed me, after all." Adrien shifted uncomfortably at her excitement. Chloe was no angel, but rumor has it she became an upstanding member of society over the years. While he didn't blame her for wanting to gossip a bit, Sabrina trying to sell Chloe out was a little unreasonable. Her excitement seemed to be at the level of trying to ruin someone's life. What happened between the two of them? "Adrien? Hello? Earth to Adrien. Anyone in there?" Sabrina's whining voice caught Adrien's attention. He had been spacing out a bit, unsure of his next move. "So you're not hanging out with her anymore? What are you up to these days?" "I work in the clothes and makeup department of the news station. I absolutely love it. It's how me and my current best friend came to be. I accidentally spilled coffee on her blouse as we rounded the corner, and she scoffed, but it was okay once I told her I'd get it dry cleaned and buy her a different shirt from whatever boutique she got it at. After that, we were instant BFFs. Sounds like you haven't changed a bit, Adrien said, turning his attention to his parfait. Aw, Adrien, thank you, she said, clapping her hands together in excitement. It wasn't a compliment, Adrien muttered. He sighed once more as he realized his comment was a bit passive-aggressive, like something his father would say, and felt the frustration he had as a teenager boil inside him once more. What was that? Sabrina asked. Oh, nothing, he smiled. It just feels like I'm back in high school in a number of ways. Really? What do you mean? Just, talking about best friends, light amounts of gossip. It's a little... A little? A little what? Juvenile, I suppose. Juvenile? Are you calling me childish, Adrien Agreste? That's not really what I... Oh my God. I cannot believe this. Like, excuse me? You're telling me that I'm acting like a high schooler? I'll show you what a high schooler looks like. She stood on the chair and stepped onto the table. Excuse me, she called to the restaurant, grabbing attention from the patrons and disturbing their meals. This guy, yeah, him right here, is a horrible person who's trying to spread lies about me. You should avoid him at all costs. Adrien was red to his ears as he put his head in his hands, knowing there was no way to recover the situation. No one in there knew or cared about him, but it was still embarrassing. Sabrina, he began, knowing he had no chance. That will be all, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, she huffed, stepping off the table. See you never, Adrien Agreste, she said, spitting his name out like it was an insult. Well, that escalated quickly, Adrien muttered after she left, forgetting for a moment that Plagg wasn't in his pocket. As he realized his lack of companionship, he sighed, feeling alone once more. It was better this time around. He still had Marinette. Probably. He wasn't quite sure how much she liked him, but even the chance was better than he could ask for. But could the loneliness he felt be softened by Marinette? Or, just like a decade ago, will only Ladybug soothe my sorrows? He thought to himself, standing up to leave and bursting out laughing. Plagg would have made fun of how sappy his thoughts sounded right now. He didn't care that the restaurant saw him laughing to himself after a girl ditched him. He didn't care about them. They were, quite literally, the last thing on his mind right now. For now, he was going to miss his best friend. For now, he was going to think about Plagg. Thank you so much for listening. Part 38 will be coming out shortly. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fan fiction. I'll catch you next time.